Hello everyone, I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. I'm Arif, your cloud learning journey partner. In today's video, we're going to talk about AWS billing. So whenever we are building an application and deploying on AWS, or one of the major concerns is how much it's going to cost us, and how can we optimize AWS cost. Because if we don't optimize our AWS cost, it will add up very soon. The smaller portion of different services, they add up real quick. So we really need to know how to optimize AWS billing. So today's video is all about like how can we optimize our billing so that we can only pay what we just use. So this is very important because cost is one of the major factor in cloud. I recall many stories in LinkedIn that some people just randomly create some infrastructure or some servers, spin up a few servers, and after a month they have to pay like tons of money because of the configuration, because they were provisioning way more than required. So AWS billing or any sort of a cloud provider, if you don't know like the billing part, like what is costing you what money and how to optimize it, you will have to face the consequences. So in today's video, we'll talk about it. I'll share some suggestion. After watching today's video, you'll have a complete understanding like how to optimize the AWS billing part. So before starting the video, I just want to talk about myself. Well, I do have more than 8 years of experience in cloud computing. I hold multiple certification. You can see my certification at the background. So yes, so if you are interested in cloud computing, cybersecurity, or anything related to IT, this channel will definitely help you. So I highly suggest you guys please subscribe and like to this channel so that you can watch my upcoming videos. So without further delay, let's dive in. So I have logged into my AWS console, and from the AWS console, from here, if you click at the very right top corner, here is one section named as billing dashboard. So once you click there, then you will see this page. So this is the billing page. At first, we'll go through the billing page. Here we'll go through all the important components that will help us to understand how AWS billing actually works. So in the billing page, here we can see the bill section. So here under bill section, we can choose the date or month in here. So July, June. So if I choose my previous month billing, so here it was just $1.42, because I usually use AWS free tier resources whenever I create videos for my YouTube channel. So this is just only personal. I don't have currently any active project running under this account, so that's why it's not that much. So it's all less. So from here, for an instance, if it's a production in account, so one of the good practices is that like every month we need to review our bills. So for instance, like if I click here June, and here we'll see what exact services we used in June month. So I have used cloud, AWS Compute Cloud, then Route 53, RDS, CloudWatch, and at the right side we can see how much it charged. So most of the time it's a zero, because I use the free tier version, because this is all for the demo. So if it's a production environment, you'll have a lot of more services under this list, and you can go through this and you can find it for which service is charging you how much. And if it seems like it's not expected, then you can look into it. So if you just even click this here, you will get more information about this particular bills. Okay, so that's the charts by service. And again, suppose you have multiple accounts. So for instance, if you are working in a company, so the company will have, and you have multiple projects, and the projects have a dev version, the production version, the staging version. So the best practice is that to keep those the projects isolated from each other. So what most of the companies does, they actually create different accounts. So for dev account, under dev account, they will run only the project's dev version. Under prod account, they will run the production version. So, and after having all those isolated accounts, they will use AWS organizations. It's another service where you can tie all those accounts all together, and so that you can see all the billings, you can control all the infrastructure from one central point. So if you do that, so here under charges by account, if I had multiple accounts under this AWS console, then at the organization, then I'll see every single account in here. That would be really good. So here I can see all the information like this. So that's pretty self-explanatory. Let's look into the left panel. So the first one is the home page that we have already looked into it. Then this is one of the cool feature, that is cost allocation tax. So what is cost allocation tax? Well, suppose you have created some resources and you really want to know for the exact resource how much you're paying for. So if you configure this cost allocation tag and attach this cost allocation tags with the resource, then you will search by this tag that for the specific resource how much you have paid for. So this is a very cool product. So suppose you're not that sure that how much it's going to cost you. In that case, you can just create a cost allocation tag and attach it to the resources. And in this way, you can track all the billings and everything related to that specific resource. So this make our life way easy. After that, here we can see the free tier. So under free tier, we can see the usage and everything, like the current usage, how much we are using, the forecasted usage, then the MTD forecasted usage percentage. So this is a cool place where you can see that whether you are overusing your resources under free tier. This is also a very good place to actually keep track your usage pattern. Okay, cool. Now we'll look into this cost management. This is a very cool section or category. So the first one is the cost explorer. If I click here, a new window will open in here. The cost management console. Here you can see everything in a more detailed way, like the daily unblended cost. So every daily basis, the cost you can see in here. That's pretty cool. So here under this cost management, here you can see the home. This is the home section. Then you can look into the charts and everything, the pricing and the budget. The cool part is that you can create your own budget. So if you create a budget, so like if I click here, create a budget. So you want to run a project. This is a more of a like test purposes, and you want to set a budget that for this particular project I want to spend for, let's say it's $100 you want to spend. So you can create the budget in here. Once you configure the budget with the threshold amount that is $100, once your project or AWS console reaches this threshold and it starts charging you more, once it reaches to the threshold, it will send you email or notification or SMS that hey, you have reached to your threshold. That means your budget is you're paying over your budget. So this is a very cool product to keep track all of your usage. So if you have a budget that you only want to use for a project or anything like that, then this is a service that can help you with that. And you can see all the budget reports and everything in here. That's very cool. All right, then this is also a very fun section, that is savings plan. Okay, so it will also open a new page. Under saving plans, you can purchase savings plans. So what is savings plan? So under inventory right now, I don't have any savings plans. I haven't purchased any. So if I click purchase a savings plan in here, so there are 3 sections of savings plan. I can purchase savings plan according to compute saving plans. The second one is EC2 instance savings plan. The third option is the SageMaker savings plan. SageMaker is more of a ML machine learning stuff, and compute savings plan. So this applies to EC2 instances usage, AWS Fargate, AWS Lambda. So it's all over like that. And EC2 instance saving plan is just only for the EC2 saving plans. So if suppose you are running EC2 servers, so for a project, you have a web application and you are running that inside the EC2 server, and the EC2 server is running under the on-demand basis, so that you are paying more. So here, what you can do to save some extra money, for instance, for the for the on-demand pricing, you are paying, let's say, $150 per month for the one EC2 server. So what you can do, you can come to this section, you can choose this one, and then under term, here we have to select, it's more of like reserved instances kind of scenario. So let's choose 3 years, and then we have to choose a region. We're gonna go for US, let's go for US West Oregon region, and the instance family. Here we have to choose like what kind of instance we want to go for. Let's select one that is from T family, and let's go for T3. Okay, we want to choose that, and the hourly commitment and the payment option. So here we do have a few options, like we can pay all upfront. If we pay all upfront, then we'll get way more discount. If we pay partial, then we'll get average discount. And if we pay no upfront, we want to pay by monthly basis, that in that we also getting some sort of discount, because we are committing that we're gonna have this for at least 3 years. So if we select that, your hourly commitment at savings plans, and see applicable rate savings in here. So if we click in here, you can see the percentage wise savings, like how much you're gonna save. So if you just go for the savings, saving over on demand, you are almost saving like 30% in here. So if you have a lot of servers, like thousands of servers for any project, this saving plan can help you to optimize the cost a lot. So this is a very cool feature of AWS. From this page, one last thing I want to talk about is this consolidate billing. So if I click this link, it will navigate to this AWS organization. At the very beginning of this video, I talked about a little bit about AWS organization. So what happens in here, suppose we have multiple AWS account, one for our dev environment, one for our prod environment, one for our staging environment. And under this, if I click here, create an organization, so here, this is the root account that is already added. So we can add multiple accounts in here. So all the accounts will be under the root account. So what's the benefit of it? Well, it has multiple benefits. The first one, let's talk about billing benefit, because today's video is all about how to optimize cost. All right, in that case, how this organization gonna help us? So whenever we have this sort of scenario, like the tree of AWS accounts, then it doesn't matter in which account we are using the resources. All the resources that we're using all will accumulate. So for an instance, in our dev account, I have used EBS volume for EC2 server, like 1 terabyte. So in prod, I have used 1 terabyte, and in staging, I have used 1 terabyte. So in total, 3 terabytes. So when we accumulate all of it, consolidate it, then what gonna happen? Then we're gonna get better discount, because in total we are accumulating like 3 terabyte, and for that reason AWS will give us way more discount, because we are using more and more AWS resources. In this way, we can also save our extra money by using AWS organization. Congratulations guys for reaching this far of this video. In today's video, what we try to do, we try to come up with some ideas like how to optimize AWS billings. We have looked into AWS billing dashboard, and we have talked about some strategies that will help us to track our AWS billing and also optimize it. We have talked about AWS organization. If you have any questions or any sort of confusion related to any of these topics that we have discussed today, please let me know under this comment section, and I'll reply back in a very short period of time. Thank you so much guys for watching my videos. It means a lot to me. If you want me to cover any specific topic, let me know under this comment section. And if you found this video helpful, please like and subscribe to this channel so that you can see my upcoming videos. I'm planning to upload more and more videos related to cloud. After finishing this AWS series, and I'm gonna look into AWS. After that, I will look into Azure and Google Cloud, and also cloud related certification and cybersecurity. So let me know whatever you want me to cover. That's all for today. Thank you so much.